Just watching a bit of foodie stuff now. I'm probably a little bit behind actually, because I've purposefully been not wanting to watch her. You know, sometimes when you watch something too often and it gets to you, and then you're like, I need a break. That's what I have with her. So, who am I watching? I should know. Ragebone. And I just, sorry, I can't find, usually I'm just completely laying down. I need to sit up for this. And now I need to move my mouse. All right, sorry. Right, so, all right, don't be frightened, but look at this. Look at his beautiful face. How can Salah say no to this? I don't know. When I just happened to pause the video at this moment, mind you, she's talking about her like dirty sheets on the bed. Probably she farted just before that, and it's like she's not even trying to be like what's the word? There's no etiquette training. She does not know how to behave like a proper grown woman / person. Actually, she's disgusting. And please forgive me, God. Please forgive me when I say this. I know that there's always a person out there for someone. And I'm sure there's someone out there that would like Foodie for who she is. However, Foodie is just only wanting men based on appearance. She does not want someone that looks like her in terms of being extremely obese and unattractive. She wants the opposite. And I'm sorry to say, Foodie, you're not going to find a person like that. You are better off finding someone within your, let's just say, lane. Someone within your appeal. Okay, enough with this, oh, my handsomest husband. Foodie, I can show you a photo of a guy that I've been with, and he can outdo your Salah 100%, 100 times. This guy, even now I'm thinking, how on earth does he find me attractive? Because I think to myself, he's so amazingly, it's just, he's hot. And I'm thinking to myself, how does he like me? I question that. But he did. He does. I was going to say does and did at the same time. He does. But I'm not going to show you the images. If you saw his body, Foodie, in comparison to Salah's, your mouth would be drooling like this, drooling. And then you're going to be, Salah who's Salah? Oh, I want that man. Stop going after people that you can't keep. Stop trying to get men based on having to pay for them. All right? Because if you do that, you are forever going to have a miserable life. You are currently creating your own misery at this moment. You do realize that. As someone who understands what it's like to be extremely depressed and attempted to unalive myself so many times that I can't count. You're going to have to want help yourself. You can't have people force help upon you unless you friggin' do it yourself. And all you're doing is making shit worse for yourself by sealing on the sofa and / bed and eat. Because you're going to realize that, fuck, I am gaining more weight. I'm not able to move around like I was before. That's going to make me even more depressed. Then I'm going to eat more because you are eating your feelings. And believe me, I know all about that as well. Because I too eat my feelings. I was big. I was overweight as well. I used to be like skinny, very fit, very into my fitness. And then I just ballooned. And that happened basically after I lost my baby, when my baby passed away. It created a big, I don't know if you call it depression or insanity, or I don't know where my brain was, but it certainly was not in here. I just stepped out of my body and I don't know where I was, because there was no way people talking to me could calm me down whatsoever. Not even psychologists. No one. You need to do it yourself. Everyone's experience is different as to when the stage as to when it happens. Some happens a lot quicker than others. Some takes years. Everyone's different. Me, it took years. It took years. It took years to even be able to talk about the event. But not only that, I have had bad experiences since I was a kid, since I was 6 years old, 5, 6. So I'm talking about trauma. I've experienced bad shit since I was, since I was 5, 6. Then in my 20s. Then losing my baby, which was still in my 20s. I'd say mid-20s. Then massive, and then being in an abusive marriage for 10 years, being miserable with that, on top of having to deal with the loss. Then experiencing a fucked up back where the disc itself burst open and the stuff came out, pinching my nerves. Sciatica 24/7, pain 24/7, chronic pain. I couldn't do pretty much anything. Had to stop working even. I started off full time, then I had to change to part time, and then it was like I can't work at all. I was scared to have surgery done because it's your back. And there's a particular cord that runs down your spine, and if they accidentally cut it, you end up paralyzed. That prevented me for many years having the surgery. So I avoided getting the surgery done, which I shouldn't. I should have gone and had the surgery. That was my big mistake. But that left an everlasting nerve damage on the right side of my leg. And now, even currently, the nerve damage is getting worse. I don't feel the muscle anymore in certain spots. The muscle is completely numb. Anyway, so having to deal with that, finally got out of the marriage, then had a bad experience. Three bad experiences with grape. 3 times. That happened. One happened after I left the ex-husband. I would have been in my mid-30s. And then the 2, not that long ago. So yeah. So I'm trying to turn around my life and make it better. I make the effort to see psychologists. Well, firstly, I was forced to, because I tried to unalive myself. Was it last year? It was either last year or the year before. Well, there were 2 attempts. Oh God, I shouldn't. Why am I telling you guys this? Maybe, was it last year? My memory is so, I can't remember shit. No, I don't think it was last year, but it was last year. Ooh. Yeah. And then the other one happened, I think, 2 years before that. yeah. So I ended up in hospital twice. The second time I didn't want to go to the hospital. But I was forced to. Even the police came to my house. But somehow I managed to convince them I'm okay, and then they just left. And I was like about ready to like grab my bag and be like, okay, I'm ready to jump in the car, let's go. And I somehow convinced them that I'm fine. Like, all right, no worries to disturb you, you can go back to sleep. And then the next day, nope, a psychologist called and said, you better go to the hospital or I'm calling the police again. So my parents came and picked me up and they took me. And then there was a guard in the hospital watching in case you do something to yourself. So, I'm not gonna lie, I did cry in front of the doctors and stuff when they ask you, what happened? Why'd you? Well, I had this happen to me, that happened to me, that happened to me. Stuff that you can't tell your parents. I mean, I only, not that long ago, was able to tell my brother, but I can't tell my parents. They'll have a bloody heart attack. But I think deep down they knew that I was trying to, you know, do the unaliving stuff. And then you have this person, this woman, slowly, literally doing that to herself willingly. It's like we are watching an actual snuff film on Kick or whatever other platform she uses, by her consuming that food. Have you guys, I'm sure you guys have watched the movie Seven. She reminds me of that character, that guy that ate, that was forced to eat constantly to the point where he ended up unalived. That's what I feel like is happening here. Like she's eating, and she's going to eat to that point, to that state. We keep saying, sometimes we joke around and say, yeah, she's going to be bedbound, bedbound. But on a serious note, she will be. Eventually, if she keeps going like this, bedbound. Then what? Woman, you're not going to be able to take care of the cat at all. Who's going to be cleaning the kitty litter? Who's going to be giving, oh my God, I was going to say something wrong about the cat name. BG. Who's going to keep giving the food and changing the water and all that stuff? Cleaning the kitty litter, and who? Is it going to be your mum having to come over? Are you going to have to actually eventually move into some home where a person, where like the nurses have to look after you 24/7 because you literally can't get out of bed? right now you're laughing about the dirty sheets that you have on your bed because you eat on your bed. All right, you know what? I admit, I too eat on my bed only because I have a fucked up back. I did end up having surgery on my back, by the way. I went and had it done. I got a lumbar fusion done. It didn't do anything. All it did was create a different fucking back pain, a different fucking problem for me. I can't do fuck all. I can't sit for more than a few minutes, stand for more than a few minutes, walk for more than a few minutes. I mean, I'm in pain, no shit, 24/7. 24/7, my pain does not go away. But the longer I sit, stand, or walk, or move around, the higher the pain level increases. The higher it goes, the higher it grows. And not only that, it makes it then more difficult for me to then move as well. Like the longer I'm sitting on a chair, the higher the pain goes, higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And I'm sitting there like I will sit there and act normal. I'm like, yeah, good, hi, yeah. Oh, yeah, my day's been good. How's your day? And act normal. But inside, I'm like, oh my God, this pain is killing me. I just want to get off and go home and lay down. But I don't show it. Then when it's time to get up, I'm like, oh, like having to move slowly because of having to sit that long. So I am in my bedroom 24/7 because I need to lay down 24/7 because of it is a disability. This is disabling the ability for me to be able to do things. If I have to make food for myself, I will choose to make food that is the quickest. Whatever's the quickest meal to make, I will make. If it's a fucking sandwich, slap, bang, cheese, whatever, tomatoes, yep, and a bread, make it and eat it. I don't want to be standing there cooking and cutting and forever. No, I can't do that. Or I'll have to get a chair as well and sit like her and take breaks, stand up and then sit down, stand up and then sit down. Actually, I lay on the sofa. I'm not going to lie, I actually lay on the sofa and then get up and stir and then lay back on the sofa and watch TV because I can't sit. I can't sit. At least she can sit. I can't sit. I have to lay down. Right now I'm sitting, but trust me, I'm going to be laying down once I'm done with this video. I don't even know what the point was. Oh yeah, originally it was for me to say, oh my God, how could someone love a person like her? But then I realized that's not a nice thing to say. Sorry, God. It isn't. But the reason why I say it is I'm not going after her. Look, her appearance, whatever. It's the type of person she is that's ugly. It's her personality that's ugly. It's how evil she is that's ugly. Forget about the fact that she's so overly obese. Forget about that. Or that she's got missing teeth and that she's ugly. Yes, we're not blind. We can admit that she's ugly, but put that aside. It's everything else her personality, her being evil, her lying, the way she treats animals, the way she treats other people, that alone is what everyone hates about her. Just that alone. That alone. Who would want a person like that? Who would want to be in a relationship with someone that is like that? You're not going to be able to know. Is she telling the truth this time or no? I don't know. I can't trust this person. If I'm dating you, I don't know. Are you telling the truth or no? So, I don't know. Her and Sal are both lying. He's lying to her. She's lying to him. Just give it up already, Foodie. Just cut the crap. We all know you're not married, period. Okay, we all know you pay Salah everything. You know, he's just a pay husband. Pay a fake husband. Okay. And there's even speculation that sometimes even it's not the real him that appears in chat. And that could be true because some of the comments that the Salah that comes in on chat on Kick doesn't sound like him. The English is way too good than what he usually says, in how he says things. The English seems to be too good, and it doesn't sound like him. I'm sure you actually talk to each other privately behind the scene. That I still think happens, but on Kick, sometimes I question, is it really the real Salah? Let's see.
Yeah.
This is Rage Bone.
Fairy story level of disgust, where you're just like, okay, I know she's gross and filthy, but like, she's not like living in poop. Well,
yes, she does.
Never mind. Yeah, she's living in human poop.
Oh,
so.
And that's another thing I forgot to mention. She does that as well.
Because all those people say, oh, you didn't wash your shitty sheets already? No, you can't see the skid mark. And Buddha's name. No, I didn't sleep in the sheets. I've been sleeping sheetless.
She hasn't even...
That's even worse. Like, you've just been bare-assing it on the mattress?
No words.
This bitch doesn't have a mattress cover. And she's just, like, sweating and juicing the freaking bare bones mattress. How long before this thing's a biohazard, I swear to God. I'm like so grossed out. Like, also,
me too.
How are people comfortable just laying on the bare mattress? Like,
I don't feel comfortable.
I'm trying to be strong because I feel like just being high. I go between moods. Like, I go between wanting to be in a modern world with like 5G and, you know, all the...
She does not know how to put a hijab on at all. Look at this.
I swear, like, I'm just so conflicted and like, what's the word? Indonesia? No,
zoom in.
I won't know till last minute. I have a lot of financial shit I have to take care of.
What is this?
Sponsor him to come here, and then it's another almost 2-year wait.
Is she preparing to go scuba diving or something?
He has things to take care of right now with his family. Like, it's not possible right now. I am close to clearing my debt, but, well...
No, you're not.
I haven't paid it off yet.
You have not paid nothing on your debt.
For, like, my bankruptcy debt.
Bullshit.
That's all I have to really worry about. Like, I have tax debt. and bankruptcy debt. I owe $25,000 for bankruptcy. I owe $5,000 because I paid off $20,000 while I was staying in Kuwait. And then
bullshit.
Taxes, I owe a lot of tax. So. Does anybody believe that she paid $20,000 while she was in Kuwait?
Hell no.
I'm sure there's
She
probably
can't,
a way to look it
she
up.
can't
This
even
tax shit's
look at the
normally, like,
camera when she says it.
record, I thought, for that type of stuff, but who knows? I'm dumb. I don't know anything about taxes. Interesting.
But with taxes, you make arrangements, so it's not too bad.
Foodie, learn how to put the hijab on properly. Just get a proper hijab. You look like you've got like a green band-aid on or something.
If you have surplus income, you have to pay. I just didn't really prioritize. Like, I probably could have paid that off by now, but I just don't prioritize it. You know, so because I don't know. So I would.
So if you had surplus income, they make you pay. How much you want to bet that part of that $20K she's talking about, it was like forfeited without her, like, control?
Be happy here. He's so used to being around so many people, and I'm just like paranoid. Like, so yeah, I know it's like my personal business, but whatever. I mean, who cares? You know, my financial struggles. I was very irresponsible financially in the past, and I just want to make that right and be like, you know, debt free. That's why, like, I don't want to go into debt, and I don't even know if you can with the bankruptcy. But there are lenders who are that stupid, but. It's high interest. I don't want to get a high interest car payment. Like, I don't want to do it. If I get a car, I want to buy one with cash, like a cheap ass one.
That means, guys, can you give me money so I can buy a car?
I don't really know. I don't know. But, I mean, I'm getting like.
Well, maybe you should have a discussion with your husband about that. Don't you think that'd make more sense than to come online and be talking to your hug box about it? No? God. I mean, honestly, I feel like a lot of problems in relationships, not just romantic relationships, but just relationships in general, whether it's a work pal or a work pal.
Well, as you said, he said his business partner.
A friend, a sibling, whatever. Just having an open and honest dialogue, sure, some shit's hard to talk about, but holding shit in, and then that just like fosters like negative feelings or resentments and just shit that it doesn't have to be like that if you just have communication. So she's an idiot. Again, this is all stupid. Like, I don't know. It's like she comes on here because she wants a confirmation bias of like all these dumb things she's doing, and when people don't buy into that or are just immediately kissing her ass and you know telling her what she wants to hear, then she doesn't like that. She doesn't like it very much. But okay, Chantal, let's hear some more about your great marriage.
Alright, well,